Good day everyone, this is Sammy here. This is discussion module 12, question 1. What stories were told or what impact that they have on you. Like I said, I live near Canyon National Monument, and it's a small canyon, and then there's another larger, bigger canyon next to it. It's called Canyon del Muerto. This is where our family has land there that we farm. And when I was younger, my grandma and grandpa would tell stories as we were like traveling into the canyon of places along the way, like dwellings and places, and they would tell stories like so matter of factly of that how there were people here that ran away here so that they would not get taken to Fort Sumner, the Long Walk, and they would tell that things that happened because all the stories are like passed down verbally. So they would tell stories of like families that hid here and some were like unalived. They would like starve the people there so they could come down from like off of the cliffs or from wherever they were hiding so that they could walk to Fort Sumner. And they would just explain it so matter of factly of what was done to the families to get them to cooperate or to get them to give up, and like just stories like just along the way. They didn't always tell it like every time. Sometimes they didn't bother, but sometimes they're like a new thing would come up and we'll ask them about it, and we'll ask about this one place, like why is it like this or why is it called this, because they're named, these places have a name in Navajo, and so it was like why is it named this way. So they would go on about the stories of the canyon itself. So it has a dark and ugly past there as well. And then question 2, what are the great things that came under the aftermath of I think one was that he came up with the food storage locker where it actually worked. And from there, like the collaring and the tracking of bears and other wildlife to find out what their migratory patterns were, because that really helped how you deal with wildlife and how it impacts parks and land. And even though they're not within that park in itself, it helps you have a better understanding so you have a good idea how to treat them and how to deal with them and how to so I think that was one of the two things that I think that came out very well in that book.